Well, a federal grand jury reconvened for the first time today after handing down the indictment against Donald Trump in the 2020 election interference case.
All right, this comes as the former president is bracing for a potential fourth indictment in Georgia. Fox 5 Sharon Crowley joins us now with the latest on his legal troubles. And as he makes a run, of course, for the White House. Once again, Sharon.
Yeah, that's right, Steve and Natasha. Former President Trump on the campaign trail in New Hampshire this afternoon as a grand jury met in secret in Washington, D.C. This, of course, the same grand jury that handed up an indictment against Trump on felony charges for working to overturn the results of the 2020 election. Now, we don't know yet what matters they're considering. Now, there's been a bit of back and forth in court this week. Federal prosecutors are trying to keep Trump from talking about the case on social media. Trump's legal team telling the judge the order's too broad and it would restrict his First Amendment rights. Special counsel Jack Smith says he wants to prevent Trump from trying this case in the media rather than in the courtroom.
We know that a grand jury has reconvened in Washington, D.C., and that may mean more charges for Donald Trump or these co-conspirators who have been alluded to in the other charges. They may be named also.
Well, in addition to the federal case, Trump faces the possibility of state charges of election interference in Georgia. The Fulton County DA has indicated an indictment against the former president for his attempts to interfere with the election there may be forthcoming. Trump speaking to supporters in New Hampshire just about an hour ago. He said he expects more legal troubles await him in Georgia.
The charges in the Georgia case are very serious. What's at issue is direct interference in the state processing of election functions. We do have that famous recording of the then president trying to pressure Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger to, quote, find enough votes to put him over the top. Many people believe that that alone is evidence of a crime.
Well, despite last week's federal indictment, Trump remains far and away the front runner for the Republican Party's nomination for president in 2024. And it's likely that multiple criminal trials and court dates will take place during the campaign and election season. Steve and Natasha.
All right, Sharon, thank you so much.